Today we are going to talk about the thunder god, because I have been admiring the mighty thunderer for all new and all different reasons lately. I'm going to talk about that firstly, then I'm going to share with you a ritual that we all did just in the field behind this one. We're going to tell you what the ritual is, what we did and how it worked out. And lastly, I'm going to talk about the power of being truly committed. Let's go. First of all, hello, my name is Reni. I'm a pagan from the beautiful country of Holland. At the moment of recording this video, we're already preparing for Halloween. And it's 20 degrees with the sun, even though it's almost November, which is a bit strange, but also quite lovely at the same time. Now, to get to the subject of today, we all know the mighty thunderer, the son of Odin, the son of Jord, the most powerful of all the gods. He is overpowered, OP as fuck, as the youth say. Not only is he overpowered, but he even has this belt, Menjengord, which even doubles his already impressive strength. We all know the tales of how he fought Jotun, or how he just always clashes with Loki, the trickster. On this channel, we don't talk so much about, the basic stories. I talk about what my experience is. And I like to look at things from a different light to come to a better understanding. And what I've been really admiring in Thor, in Donar, is his commitment. He is so committed. You don't even realize it, but when he punches someone in the face, he's all there. When he swings and bashes that mighty hammer, he is all there. And he's a warrior. He is a warrior. I don't think there's any tale in the Norse sagas where he doesn't punch somebody in the face. Well, maybe there is. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's the exception to the rule. He's a natural born warrior. So I started thinking those thunder and lightning, that's Thor. But maybe that thunder and lightning is also symbolic. Because when you look at these old videos of let's say Mike Tyson in his prime, a natural born warrior. Isn't when he strikes, isn't he so fast that it's just like lightning? Isn't he so powerful that when he hits somebody's jaw, that's like the thunder? But commitment. He is committed. He is all there, and he should be committed, because if you're a warrior and you're not totally committed, you might get killed. So that, again, is an area where he's very committed. And I've often joked about the infidelity of the gods and the infidelity of Odin in the past. And, Thor has Sif. And he doesn't cheat on Sif. He's very committed. That's also an area where he's very committed. And the reason why I started admiring him, that tells you something about me, because I had trouble with keeping my focus. I had trouble, I spent too much money, did too much online shopping. My mind was all over the place. So I thought, let's do a ritual to honor the thunder god. Because what he has, that extreme focus and commitment, I admire that. And I think right now, that's kind of what I need. So that's what I did, just in the field behind here, because that's where our house is. And let me take a sip first. It's non-alcoholic, for those who wonder. Shouldn't be drinking meat every day, fellas. Don't do the meat diet. So I wanted to do a ritual to honor him, maybe I can feel some of his strength. Maybe it will aid me in somehow. So this is what we did. I'll put a link to the Instagram reel of the setup in the description, so you can click on that and you can see what it looked like, but I'll describe it. I have this like big god pole of Thor's, like 1 meter high, and then we have like this piece of wood. It's also 1 meter high, so we put them like in the middle of the garden. You have like this god pole that's 2 meters high, just impressive energy and just like aggressive looks. And then I put around it, I put torches, but I put the torches higher up. I put first some cones and I put the torches in there. So the torches were about like 1 meter and 80 centimeters. So you basically had Thor and you had a ring of fire around him. Then we put a little fire pit in front of Thor. Now, before the ritual started, I did some preparations just to get everything, you know, get the energy right. And this is what I did, and this is what, like, I invited some people over. This is what everybody did. Those torches were located at like the 4 directions, or basically the 8 directions of the wind. And what we did is, first I walked, and everybody walked 1 circle around Thor, but we walked like the way the sun moves, you know? We started in the east, went to the south, went to the west, went to the north, and to the east again. And then we may enter the circle of fire to have an audience with the thundergod. The reason why we did that is we went the natural way, the way the sun moves. It was to show that we respected natural law and we respected the natural world, which is important because, you know, his father is Odin, but his mother is Jord, the spirit of the earth. So before we entered the thunderer, we let him know that we respect his mother, which is always a good thing to do when you're dealing with an energy as explosive as Donar. So I walked into that circle, I stepped in there, looked the statue straight in the eyes. He looked back, and I said, listen, I get distracted a lot. You don't seem to have that problem, but you are like almost this perfect warrior. I'm not asking you to fight my battles for me, but I will tell you this. I will fight my distraction. I will keep moving forward, and I will fight this battle. And I hope that when I fight this battle, that somehow you can, if you may, assist me in this battle, because you know so much about battles. So I just said like those words somewhat, not exactly that, but something. It came more out of the heart when I was in the sacred circle, but you get the gist of it. Walked out of the circle, everybody did the same, said somebody else, you know, we all need some help with the battles. And Thor can help you with that. So we all did the ritual, and it's all great, and we had a drink, had some laughs. But the next day, not gonna lie, I felt different. I felt like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders completely. Like when I said like I get distracted, to be honest, for me it's like online shopping, spending too money on shit I don't need, stuff like that, you know? That's kind of like an energy leak. Like also, like you see me wearing watches on these videos. These are more expensive than they need to be perfectly honest. You can see that as an energy leak. Like I'm trying to build this temple to the old gods, and since last video I've gotten lots of replies and lots of help, and you know, I will let you know in due time. But it's helpful if you're doing a big project, if you just like focus like a laser. A laser can cut diamonds because it's so powerful, baby. But there's a better reason. There's a number one reason, is because it has focus. You can do so much. You can cut a diamond if you have focus. And I lacked focus. But the next day, it's like all that shit fell off me anymore. I don't spend my free time looking at like clothes to buy and expensive shit. It feels like he really helped me. And speaking from that place of like no distractions in my mind anymore. Really started thinking about what it is, commitment. Because a lot of people, it kind of feels like there's this sour taste in your mouth when it comes to commitment, because when you commit, maybe it feels like you're limiting yourself, like you're no longer free anymore. But you can't not commit. I mean, you can not commit, but then you're committing to the non-committing. So you're also committed, and you're going to pay a price for that. Like, say, if you're a man and you don't want to commit to a woman, that's great in your 20s and maybe even in your 30s. But there comes a time where you will have to pay the price for your commitment to your non-commitment. What was I saying again? Yeah, I was talking about commitment. But like, Thor is all in. He's completely all in. Like, he's all in a way that I aspire to be all in. Really. A lot of people you meet, they're not all in. Like, not at all. I meet people like that at my work, and you probably know them too. They have this attitude like, yeah, whatever, they don't really put in a lot of effort. I think I know why they do that. I think, like, the number one fear of everybody in some degree is that they're not good enough. Now, how a lot of people deal with that is they don't really put in a lot of effort if they want anything. Because if they don't get it, they can say, well, yeah, it doesn't really matter because I didn't really put a lot of effort in it. They use that lack of commitment as a shield to shield them from that fear. Because there's nothing worse than giving it your all and then finding out that your all wasn't good enough. So a lot of people just don't give it their all. Thundergod don't have that problem. Not only that, thundergod has the cure for that problem. Once I had a friend was worried about a lot of things. Was worried a lot. So we went to talk to this medicine man about it. It's a good place to come with like a profound question, if you really have a good one. Yeah, it was John Fire-Lamdier. That was the medicine man that he came, and he said, listen, I'm just like worried about like the planet and where it's going and my family, and this just opened up, had an honest moment. And I watched him talk, and John was doing something, I don't know what, but he just laid it down and he looked at him and he said, if you're still worried and still afraid, it means you haven't fought hard enough. It took some while to digest what he saw, or what he said that day, but I think he was alluding to like a thundergod kind of wisdom. If you manage to go all in and really commit, it doesn't matter anymore what the outcome is, because when you like die, you have given it your absolute all. So as always, the cure for the fear is the thing you're afraid of. You're afraid of commitment, you should commit. It's crazy how the world is upside down and inside out like that, but that's more of a Loki-esque subject and not a Thor subject. To be honest, for me, I also had like trouble committing. It took me a long while. Like, I passed 40 now, and like I'm like really committed. But I just committed just before closing, just before the gate closed. I managed to slip by and just really commit. So I don't think I'm lazy anymore. And like, when you've given it your all, when you've given more than you thought you could give, you have no fear. So I think that is the lesson of the mighty thunderer. That's the lesson, how to be committed, how to be fearless, and to be a bit more like Donar, the mighty thunder god. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all next week. And like I said, I did like a couple videos ago, Odin's Journey update. I received like so much like good vibes, and just I'm in contact with a really good wood carver now. There's a new god pole being made, and things are moving a bit more. And because I got my focus again, thanks to the mighty thunder god, things are moving even more. So thanks again for watching. I see you all next week. Ghost.